short-term rental opportunities in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. In today's video, Mel and I are going to be talking about the 2 penthouses that we actually purchased in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. We're using them as short-term rentals, and on the show today, we are going to have the 2 developers, Kathy and Alba, talk all about the project. Stay right till the end. They actually have a Q&A section, and they also talk about the creative financing aspect of it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Mel and I release a video every single week all about income properties and about using it with creative financing, none of our own money, and no joint venture partners. So without further ado, let's go chat about some Punta Cana deals.
There we go. Hello, hello. Welcome, Action family and Invest Maldive community as well. Great to have you here. So tonight's session is going to be all about investing in Dominican Republic. That's where Dave and I have purchased 2 properties last year, and actually it's quite interesting. Our special guests today, Kathy and Alba, are actually Action family members. They joined our program a while back. They purchased some properties in New Jersey using creative financing, and then they did a land development in Dominican Republic. And I had actually interviewed them. That's how we got to know each other a little bit more. I interviewed them on my Women of Action show on YouTube. If you're not following us on YouTube yet, make sure to do so. There's lots of content there, Invest All Day. But we were able to, was able to interview Alba and Kathy. And when she told me about their deals, when they told me about their deals a little bit more, I was like, okay, I need to find out even more about it. So I called Dave in, which I don't think I've ever done before. I'm like, okay, you need to come chat with Kathy and Alba about what they're doing. And we had a few meetings, and they presented us the deal, and we decided to buy 1 property. And then a couple of weeks went by, I think, and we kept talking about it. We were really excited for the cost to enter and the location and the entire project in its whole, and we actually decided to purchase a second one. So Kathy, Alba was just relocating. I think she's actually in Dominican right now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's ready to be lit in. I think she has the video.
Yes, I think I'm here. I just need the video access.
Okay, here.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, no, this is super cool. I love that the Kathy and Albert actually to come on. They're the developers. You know what? And we could say it, explain to you the deal and all that, but why listen to us? Listen to directly from the developers, right? Awesome.
We're super excited to be here. Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, you can tell by your background that you're
Yeah, I wanted you guys to see the pool, but it's very dark there right now. So that's why we had to kind of change. So
location so we can see you, but I'm sure we'll be seeing some pictures as well. So thank you everybody for being here. We're going to be talking about Dominican, where specifically this development is taking place. As always, we always say this, always do your own due diligence, of course, as we always do on our own deals, doesn't matter who presents it. But I'm super excited to kind of go through that. So I believe Alba, Kathy, I don't know if you want to give yourself a brief introduction, and maybe we can head right into the presentation, then we can have some Q&A.
Sure. So we are the developers. Our company is Capstone Enterprises, and we are developing. We've been in business for more than 19 years now, not as a company, but as architectural developers. And Kathy is in real estate as well. She'll tell you a little bit more about her background. And we are currently developing this amazing project in Dominican Republic. I'm actually on site working on the construction, supervising and everything. So it's pretty exciting. And it's been a blast. We started with Mel and Dave in 2019. And that's when we actually decided to not work for others and not only develop for others, which we still do, but actually execute ourselves. And it's been a blast. It's really going great.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Kathy, and I myself have a background in finance as well as in real estate. And together with Alba, we're part of and we are here presenting this amazing deal that we have in the Dominican Republic that we are very excited and can't wait to tell you all about it.
Awesome. We had the pleasure to meet Kathy and Alba as well. They flew in all the way from Jersey to come see us at an event, and yeah, it was it's been a lot of fun. So so the floor is yours if you want to get into the community here. We're going to definitely have some time for some Q&A. I don't know if we're going to wait. We'll probably wait till you're done the presentation, because a lot of the questions are typically asked or might be answered automatically, but definitely if you have some questions, put them in the chat and we'll go through them together at the end. So Kathy and Alba, please go ahead.
Of course.
Of course. So we're going to start off by welcoming you to this amazing project. Some of you may have already seen it around in the Mel and Dave Action family or in the Mel and Dave videos like Mel was explaining. We've been talking for a while about it. We're actually very much into the construction phase at the moment for the first phase. And it is our pleasure to bring it back to you in this exciting new phase, which is the second phase that's opening up. And we have advanced so much because this project is designed specifically taking into account the needs of investors just like you guys.
You guys could see. So we're known for our great activities as well. So our project is located right where the action is. So it's a great mix between local living as well as luxury.
Yes, and it's so amazing that Punta Cana, talking about a little bit of the demographics, is rated one of the safest cities for tourists to come and visit. And actually, we were the #1 visited site in 2022. So mostly by Canadians, which we love. So a lot of you call it Punta Canada, and we love it because you guys are amazing and you make it part of yourselves as well. The culture here in Punta Cana is very international. I would say that at least 90, maybe 80% to 85 is expats that have relocated. It has a very international vibe. It's a very upcoming city. It's still in a very developing phase, but it's growing very quickly. We have things so that kind of integrating the living in a US city, maybe in a US kind of a Florida type or Miami type city, and integrating that as well with so much more nature and great weather. So year round, we are 80 in weather year round. Today it rained, you wouldn't know, only maybe by the first of my hair. But it's an amazing weather down here year round, and it's perfect for great living and investment and investing in Airbnb and short-term properties as well. So we wanted just to show you a little bit of things, activities that you can actually enjoy very close to the site. We have a beach 8 minutes away that anybody can access, open to the public. And we have so many other amenities like equestrian, like golf courses. There's so much dirt riding going on. There's so much sightseeing, dolphins. I mean, we have it all. It's really an amazing place to come and live and invest as well. So,
Well, something that you may not know about the Dominican Republic is the Dominican Republic is the seventh largest economy in the Latin America and the largest in the Caribbean. So it's a great economy. We, like Alba mentioned, we were rated #1 of 2022 for to travel. And we also receive about 7.4 billion tourists every year. So
that's a pretty nice number.
lots of tourists, lots of Airbnb people that want to enjoy. They love it there. We also have great new attractions that came this year. We have this amazing theme park, Kamandu, which is like Disney World, just on steroids, and is amazing. And everybody loves it when you go there. It's like being in another, like in another Disney, but without all the lines.
Yes, it's definitely a great time to come and visit now, because they do get full on the weekends, but it's so new that during the weekdays it's pretty nice to walk through it. So there's so many other things that you can find in Punta Cana. Like one of the things that I like to put right off the bat is that Cana Residences is a center city development. Most of you, I'm pretty sure, when you think about Punta Cana, you want like beachfront and be right there, right close to the beach. Who doesn't, right? But it does come with a budget, and we decided to start with a city center because we understand that it gives all the benefits. It could get a little bit heavy to live only by the beach and be a little bit far from things that you would need, like for business, year-round, nightlife, education, institutions, and things like that, supermarkets, and so on. Actually, Cana Residences is a very strategically located. We're very close to the airport. It's only a 15-minute drive. It doesn't get better than that. You board your plane and you land, and 15 minutes later, you're enjoying your apartment that actually is designed to make you feel like you're still at the resort. So
and also another great part is that you are so close to the beach, you're not gonna miss it. We're about 8 minutes away from the beach. And you can enjoy both worlds. You can enjoy the nightlife, you can enjoy all the activities, and the beach as well. Okay, so you're basically having the best of both worlds.
Yes, so we would like to show you the proximity and where these closest places, strategic points are located with respect of the project. And we have prepared for you guys kind of like a little of a aerial view so that you can visualize how close we are to the beach, right? Everybody wants to know, how close are you to the beach? How close are you to the airport, the center of the city? So this over here is Cana Residences spot, okay? And Downtown Mall is 3-minute drive. And then Bávaro Beach is an 8-minute drive. And like I said, Punta Cana International Airport is a 15-minute to 17-minute drive, depending on the traffic. And we are the main avenue that crosses the entire Punta Cana. So it's very strategically located. For those of you that have been here, we're right before Cocobongo. So it's an amazing location. We have other strategic points that are very close, like the best malls of the area. Kathy was talking about Kathmandu is a 9-minute drive to the theme park. Very convenient for those tourists or even people that are staying a bit of a longer term. Downtown Mall is 4 minutes away. Vista Cana community, which for those of you that maybe have already done some research on developments, high-level developments being also developed, right, in the area, Vista Cana is our neighbor. Blue Mall is only 15-minute drive away. And the luxury golf courses and activities like snorkeling and dirt riding, all that is just 8 minutes away. So you can't
I love, you know what, I have to jump in here. And I love that. And you know, I remember when we first met and you were telling me about it and I was like, what? Like, this is to me, and again, as an investor, of course, first, and also knowing that I was going to use this as a short-term rental and as a place to go vacation with my kids, or my family, or, you know, those kind of things. To me, that was perfect because I love going to the ocean, but I don't love going to the ocean every single day necessarily on vacation. And I like having that proximity. Sometimes I just want to have a pool day. Sometimes I, you know, want to take the kids shopping or do an activity. And to me, it had like all those, it just hit all the pillars that I was looking for. Being close to an airport, you know, I'm thinking for renting it out, short-term rentals. I mean, we see it in the places that we're actively doing short-term rentals on, that of course having something close to the airport makes it
Comes into play, yeah.
it definitely comes into play, especially when you travel or might have some, you know, kids involved and all that as well.
Yeah, it is. It is a great place to come and live, not only vacation. There's so many other things that you can find in Punta Cana that are amazing and so deserving of your time, that don't necessarily need to be as close to the beach. And one other thing that you might know is that when you have apartments very close to the weather, us that are investors and have to think about every little detail, you get a little bit of the salt kind of wearing down the materials. So there's a lot of maintenance into it. And this actually is so convenient because you get a little bit less of that happening. So that's a little trick there for when you're homeowners. So yes, and
that was just part of the action, probably, right? The little
right,
details that we looked out, those extra expenses, yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So we design Canadian residence to resemble a luxury lifestyle. So it's meant for you to feel like you're in a hotel while owning it. So it's an exclusive community, and it's definitely the best of both worlds.
Yes, it's when you come to Punta Cana, if you have already been here, most of you know that you usually have a all-inclusive hotel. The all-inclusive hotel will have bars and will have drinks and will have the pool, so many miles of pools in it, and so other activities like kids parks and entertainment and all those stuff. And we have kind of condensed that whole concept so that even that you're in the city, you are living that resort style, and you have that luxurious feel that you're in Punta Cana enjoying a eternal vacation. So it's really cool
We actually as part of our amenities, we wanted to really stand out and really provide our residents with the best amenities and the best activities. So we are actually one of the only, as our amenities that we will have, one of the only resort style apartments that are going to have its own inclusive theater. So you can actually, if you wanted to watch a movie during vacation, you can, bring your guests, and it will be a private theater just for you to enjoy, as well as having a clubhouse, as well as hub stations. So we've really designed Canada to be a luxurious, modern, but also fun community.
It's so exciting because not only is Canada designed with all the perks that you can imagine of being in a paradise like Punta Cana, it's also designed with your safety. While we are, in comparison to other sites, like I hear a lot of people asking me once in a while, well, what's the difference? I have people that are calling me to invest in Mexico, or they're calling me to invest in Costa Rica. And while all those other cities are pretty good, from, the attractions as well. They have so many great beaches and sites. One of the risks that you have, especially in Mexico, is the security and the criminality. And that doesn't happen in Punta Cana. It's pretty safe. We have our own police that is always trying to protect tourists and expats that live locally. The criminality rate is extremely low, and you can walk midnight in any area, central area of Punta Cana, and nothing, you don't have to fear about major things happening. Of course, don't leave your cell phone in outside. Anybody can take it. Obviously, those are things that you can lose from anybody that could walk and have that bad intention. But it's pretty safe. But even so, because Punta Cana is still very developing, and there's still a lot of areas that are under development or green, it's very common that the communities are gated to safeguard even more the security of the residents of each complex. And so is Canay Residences. We have a gated community, and it's entirely enclosed with 24/7 security and perimeter security as well. So it's a pretty.
I also wanted to mention that the police is a special police, and they speak English, they speak French, so you don't have to translate with an app. They're fully equipped to deal with all tourists.
Yes, it's a pretty amazing place to be. So we have a lot of people once in a while ask us, well, and Kathy kind of touched that a little bit, what makes your
development
your project different from the others? And one of the things that makes us very different is, one, it's created under design standards that are very North American, because we are North American and we like the quality, and we take into account accessibility, safety, space, and all those other things that, right, we love about our environment and our construction system in North America. Unfortunately, it can get a little bit improvised in Dominican Republic. Regulations are not so tight. For example, you're not required in a 4-level building to have an elevator. And you would think, how am I going to carry everything upstairs? Well, it is not a requirement. However, we have provided each of our buildings with accessibility of elevators and chutes for garbage disposal and all the other good stuff, and clearances that you need for accessibility. So it's our standards are pretty high, and our space also is pretty amazing for the square footage. You get much more. A lot of the developments, you want to look at the square footages or the size of the apartments, because you will get a lower price, but you will only get a hotel room. So you want to be very careful with those things as well, and the quality as well. But here we have created that standard where we're giving you guys the best of the best. So
okay, here are some of the amenities that we mentioned. We're gonna have an adult and a kids pool, a mini market, our fitness center, conference room, hotspots. We're gonna have clubhouse, sport area. We're also gonna have a doggy park. We just couldn't include everything there. We're trying to surprise you. Grill and jogging track, as well as restaurants that are gonna be to serve within the clubhouse. So
wow.
All in all, we believe we capture every single amenity that you would need to enjoy the best, as if you were in a resort, but just your own space.
And let me tell you, now that I'm here in Punta Cana working, one of the most, obviously, I came outside because I wanted you guys to enjoy the amazing background, but one of the most important things that and challenges that you would find here if you are professional and working is that you need that space where you can actually quickly have that kind of formality for business, and you have that space where you can have your remote work not interrupted, and be able to enjoy that. And we have created also a space for that. We have created conference room spaces, office spots that can be rented out for the travelers that are your guests, or if you are an owner, you can just reserve it. So it's everything that you can wish for, and it's like the dream come true for those remote workers that can work from paradise. Definitely.
So
So
let's talk about Kane. So Kane is if we go to the next slide. So we have in our first stage we have building A and building B, and on our second stage we have C, D, and E. So we're happy to announce that we have just a few units left. We will talk about that at the end. In the first unit, in the first stage, and we are launching now the second stage.
yes, and what's very important to know, and this is going to be very key, that we have first stage coming at the end of 2024, and we have second stage coming at August 2025. So those are key dates for this development, but we also have a lot of great new things coming, right? Like more stages, but we'll leave that for next time. But it's an amazing place. It's going to grow, and we really wish that you make part of this amazing community. So let's talk a little bit about the units and get to know how the spaces and the units are. We have mostly in this, we have 5 buildings. Each building has 20 units in total, which completes 100 units in total for the entire project. And then each building has 4 types of styles of building, of apartments, which are 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms of 1 level, and we have penthouses, 2 level, 2 bedrooms, and penthouses, 2 levels, 3 bedrooms. So gonna let
Yes, so this is our Terra model. So this is our 1 bedroom model that you see right here. So as you can see, everything is all the finishes are in a luxury style, and our starting price are 115.08. So let me give you some stats about this model. So this model comes with 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms, and it has a 755 square meter. We have a dining room, we have a living room, kitchen, washing area, and they floor, and then a 1 bedroom on the second, and the area outside is your terrace,
And
rooftop.
I want the rooftop. I wanted to also bring your attention that the building has 5 levels. So level 4 and level 5 will be entirely for your unit, and no one else will have accessibility to it. You would have to access to the 5th level through one of the units. So that's totally private for each one of the owners. Okay. And it comes with a great feature. I'm going to leave it for the end because usually people really like, those of you that are investors really like that part. But this is our 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and in 2 levels plus rooftop. And from the 5th floor, some of you may be as lucky as to see the panoramics of the ocean. So keep that in mind.
Just so some of the renders, how they're gonna be, finished. And this is our most popular apartment. Abba will walk you through it and let you know why they're so popular.
So what's very popular about the Vento units, it's our biggest unit. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in 2 levels from the 4th floor to the 5th. And because of its location within the building, it can offer you so many more opportunities for panoramics. And depending on how you want to use this unit, it has been designed that if you would want to customize it, obviously that would have to come at an extra charge. But if you want to customize it, you can divide it in 2 apartments. You can live in the 1st level of the apartment and rent out the 2nd level, which has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, plus the area of living area and rooftop. Or you can rent the 1st level of the penthouse, which will have 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, kitchen, full kitchen, balcony, and living area as well, with all the other good stuff. So
you essentially can have 2 apartments for the price of 1.
In one. So it is very popular, and it's going very fast. I don't think we're going to have much of these left, but definitely you still have the opportunity to get into those.
Those are the ones we bought, right, Kathy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Melon Day.
Yeah.
I think, right? They went with the smarter decision.
Well, I just like the idea that I could literally, and like we had talked about at the entrance, is have that little, hey, are you going to unit 1 or unit 2? So I love that you can add on to that for when we go, we can divide it up amongst the kids, right? And Mel and I, or if we want to rent it out to other people at the same time. So yeah, it's an awesome option. They're all awesome. Like starting at $115,000, they're all awesome options.
Yeah, even if you're going like with family, it's so cool that you can actually have some privacy. If your family is coming over, you have them upstairs and you can go about your own business, and they can come in and out and not be together but not entwined like we see down here. So it's really an amazing apartment unit. So we've talked so much about now you've been able to see the styles, and we really want to get into that part about what it is to buy an apartment in pre-sale. These apartments are being constructed, and that's one of the magics and how it's done down here in the Dominican Republic. Most apartments are sold in pre-sale, and you get a better deal because of that, because obviously we all know that by the time that the
construction is finished,
usually you're paying retail. So when you buy pre-construction, you're actually buying kind of in a wholesale price, in an offer price. And the cool thing about it is that you're buying at a discount, and then it appraises every year. And by the time it's completed and you have your keys, you have already at least a 10% return on your investment, which is pretty sweet for a 2-year period, or less in this case, because we're sooner to the goal. But when we started, we were at 2 years. And the other part is that by the time that it's constructed, you can actually, it appraises much higher because of the retail value, and you can actually sell it as well if you would like, because this is full ownership. These are not units that you're buying with some kind of
This is not a timeshare or anything like
timeshare.
that. It's simple title. So we will hand you your keys, your titles. It is your apartment. You get to use it as you please.
Yes. So the cool thing about this, it's in a prime location, like we already said. You're going to be close to it all. It has a minimum of a 7-year ROI, and that was when we started the project, which has increased to a 10% by this time around.
Which is amazing.
It was amazing. We're so happy. We actually are being so conservative, and you will, I think Mel and Dave can talk to you about that quality that we have. We like to go conservative because we want you to have realistic expectations of what's going to come out. But I was being told by a couple of brokers just around these days, when I was telling them and showing them this brochure, they were like, no, you have to say 15 because this is going crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep it down because I don't want to.
We don't want to overpromise. We just want to deliver the best.
Overpromise. We prefer to overdeliver. So yes, and that's one of the amazing benefits of investing in one of these amazing units. Plus, the other great perk is that you could buy one of these units for the purpose of Airbnb in it while using it maybe for your vacation. It's your unit. You can book it off whenever you want. And if you're not here year round because you have to be wherever, right? You can use our on-site property management, which will be established once the project is finished. There will be an on-site property management that will run the property for you and will host basically for you, your guest in and out, and make sure that everything's nice and tight. So that's one of the amazing, that comes obviously at a rate. It's optional. And if you want to run your property as well by yourself, by all means.
Or if you just want to keep your property, totally just, waiting for you, that's okay too. Okay.
One of our Action Family community member, that's what I believe he had done. He purchased property and it was for their mom to retire in as well, right? So there's just a lot of flexibility. And what I love about it as well is that this could be my plan for now. But as things down the road, again, it's my building, it's my property. I can have a lot of flexibility with it.
Yes, it's pretty good. I know I stopped sharing because I need to, yes.
We're going to be showing the performance?
No, yeah, that's what I'm bringing up right now.
So while they're doing that, guys, something that you had mentioned earlier is you can liquidate this asset at any time. So when it appraises higher, you can liquidate it. Other scenarios like this that I have seen, they're called condo tels. It's like a hotel and a condo. So it's kind of like what Kathy's saying. They will typically have like a 2-year non-compete where you're locked in, and even though it's gone up. So the fact that Kathy and Alba are saying that once you get the keys, you can liquidate the asset. I'm just thinking Action Family and all that. If you're thinking exit strategy and all those types of things, this is a nice thing that you're not a non-compete for X amount of years. This is your condo, this is your asset, do what you please with it. So just, again, thinking as the investor here.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing because a lot of people have that concern. I'm thinking it's because there's some other projects that have had this situation going on where the title is really not yours, or is some kind subject to some kind of clause in the title, but this is fully yours. The moment you finish paying it, you are free to do as you wish with the property. So it's pretty amazing. So what I wanted to come into that part, that talking about how are these payments actually, and showing you a little bit of how it would look if you were to buy a property, and how it would look if you were going to rent it yourself. How would the utilities cost, right? We all know that it's all about the cash flow, right? That's what Mel and Dave always are. Check the numbers, check your numbers, check your numbers. So
We always
because we really want you guys to have a very clear idea, and we are looking at it as investors just as you are. We have created a rental pro forma where you can actually see where you stand in one of the units. And we're going to take an example, for example, the Terra unit, which is our lowest cost
one
unit.
bedroom.
It's the 1 bedroom. And I wanted to make sure, I don't know if you guys can see my screen. If you can tell me, maybe I can make it larger. So is it good? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other
I
thing
know,
too,
I know
Alba-
the numbers are a little bit little. So what was that?
No, I was going to say, yeah, no, we can see the numbers, and I'm sure people are going to want to get these numbers from you and run the deal and all that, which you guys, you'll be able to get this from Kathy and Alba as well. So don't stress if you can't see the numbers now, you'll be able to get the pro formas.
Exactly. You will get this in the also the brochure as well, so you can digest it a little better. Of course.
Yes, definitely. So this comes in the welcome package that you guys all receive once you guys click on the link that Mel and Dave have provided. But just to make an example and bring it as a case study, it's we have gone very conservative off a 70% kind of
Realization rate.
And that's in total, because we know that there's different seasons here in the Dominican Republic. We have a very high season that's from January to like March. We have a March, April starts declining a little bit and goes kind of in a medium, and then low during the summer, and then back high once we hit the cold weather again in October. Around this time, it starts getting busy again. So taking that into account, there's different scenarios. And if you can see, a daily rate for this type of apartment would be $130 for rental. That's the average. It could be lower in a lower season of $60. It could go as low as that. And then again, in a mid-season, maybe in the 90s. So that gives you a very good idea on what you can get for this apartment, renting it out short term. And obviously not all the time, maybe a 75% during high season, maybe as low as a 40% during the summer, which is low season, and a 60% during the mid-season. Then you have a total of income coming at $18,225, but then obviously we have to take out all the other fees and utilities that we need to calculate to find, right, the cash flow. So we have HOAs. There are HOAs. What do HOAs? A lot of people ask me, what does it cover? HOAs cover the
landscaping of the property,
the public utilities of the hallway, of the pool, the maintenance of the pool, the guards at the entry, administrative, and so on. So of the functioning of the project. So that's what the HOA fees will cover. Then we have the optional property management fee, which is more or less in the ballpark of 35% of anything that you make. If you rent your apartment, we charge 35% of whatever that's the rent that you have coming in. If you did not rent your apartment this month, you don't get charged because we didn't have to work. So it's as simple as that. And just in a same case scenario, low season, high season, we have the numbers here, what could happen, right, out of that. And then public services, those ones, nobody can avoid them, the utilities, right? And again, they're projected in high season, mid season, and low season. And then total fees So you have at the end of the day net cash flow of 836 if you were to go with the property management. If you were not to go with the property management, and I guess you're a great Airbnb host already, you would save around 600K of that money and pocket it as well. So that's how it looks in a nutshell.
And I just wanted to add in, some people might go, and again, if you're not in the short-term rental game, and obviously Mel and I are multifamily, that's our bread and butter, but we do short-term rentals. Some of our places we're paying 40, 50% in property management. So if you're going 35%, because you're used to long-term rentals where it's like the 8, 10%, this is typical for short-term rentals, guys. And the numbers can still work. So just know that in Orlando, I'm paying 50% property management fees on what they rent out. So 35 is not bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it really is okay. Bigger picture, we say that all the time, bigger picture of the deal. Does the deal still make sense, including these expenses? If you can, then as long as the deal makes sense, and
Especially
I'm okay with it.
on-site property management, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And obviously it just gets better as this is only a 1-unit apartment. Actually, our 2-unit apartment, which is usually the most popular, will give you a net of at least $10,120,000. So it just varies by apartment, obviously, but it's a great way to see how you can project that, and actually it's a pretty good deal in the area as well. Okay, so.
And
you
profit or USD, right, as well?
Yeah.
What was that?
USD dollars.
USD dollars.
Yes.
Full
I know
USD
we have
dollars.
some USD community inside this group today. We also have a lot of Canadians as well. And for Canadians, it's a fairly large. I mean, right now I think it's 37 cents on dollar. So it's a fairly nice difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the numbers are in USD.
Yes. So we wanted to, Kathy is the numbers lady. So she's going to talk to you about how we structured our plans. And we have so many amazing things coming right now. So I'm going to let Kathy just jump into it and let you guys know.
Yes, so this is our one of the payment plans that we offer. So how it works, if you were to acquire a unit today, you will get you will reserve with $1,000. Really easy, with $1,000. Then when upon signing your contract, 20% is due, and then you make payments based on interest free, by the way. You make payments on your 30%, and once you were ready to deliver your unit, you bring in the 50%. This is just one of the plans that we're offering, so you get to see more as we go along.
Yes, so it's pretty straightforward. Just to elaborate a little bit more on that, when let's say today you want to reserve that unit and not let it go, right? So you would be as low as $1,000 to actually reserve your unit, and that will take you into a process of due diligence and KYC during 30 days. During those 30 days, you are going to have the opportunity to do attorney review, to go over the draft of the contract, anything back and forth. We will tell you all the projection of the time that you have for that. The $1,000, I usually like to clarify, it is a non-refundable fee because it is the opportunity of sale. Okay, so if I block that rental unit for you today, and I don't know, Kathy wanted to buy it, and maybe Kathy I told her it was already blocked, then I lost Kathy's sales because, right? So that's just one thing to compromise, right? And then, but that 1,000 does go towards your 20% down payment. So it is part of that upon signing contract amount.
Yeah,
so
that's really, when we saw the payment plan here with that 50% at the end, and those kind of like this doesn't happen all the time, right? These kind of, there's a lot of different structures, but it's nice, right? Because it's like, hey, even if, maybe I'm, everybody's in different financial situation. Maybe I don't want to use all my funds right now because I'm doing this, but then down the road, by the time it comes to fruition, then I'll have this. So it just gives you a lot of flexibility, which is nice.
And another thing that's very very positive about this is that, first of all, you're tying in a price of a certain amount now, and we all know how economy is going. Inflation is going through the roofs, and it's you have to put your money where it grows at the same time. So it's kind of like the perfect scenario where you can actually start putting your money into something that is going to bring you a return on investment and is going to grow at a higher rate than what we are having the economy right now decline. So that's something that it's really a perk about this. And you have the flexibility of paying it slow if that's what you need. And it's so good that you say that, Mel, because of that, and we've had already the experience of so many people with different financial scenarios, we have created more options of payments. And that's one of the great things that we have new in this project. Not to mention that we only have 10 units available in the first stage, right? And the whole intention is to open to the second phase as quickly as possible. And we have so many new ways and flexibilities of you guys to actually enter into the lowest price that you can get these units for, which is the first stage
prices.
Because we have the prices of second stage, and they are different. So you want to get these into one of these units as quickly as possible, because they're going to be gone pretty fast, and it's the lowest you can get. And like you had that anecdote, Dave, about trying to get that unit first, and by the time you made up your mind a couple of seconds, it was already high price.
It literally happened to me at the Orlando condo that I'm talking about. I wasn't quick enough responding to the real estate agent, and 4 to 5 minutes made a difference of, I think, $15,000. It was, because I missed out on that phase one. Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. I missed out on the phase one.
I understand it perfectly.
Exactly.
It's interesting because we had talked about, doing this at some point. And at first we thought, okay, let's do it in November or December. And then you were talking about these deals. I'm like, no, like we need to rush this now, because I want to give my Investor Mel Dave community and the Action Family community the opportunity here of these lower price. Why not, right? Exactly. So
yes, Mel, like we said, we only have 10 units left from the first stage.
I can't believe that. Wow.
Yeah.
So
there's only 10 left. That's wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
So that's why we were trying to get as quickly as possible to the Action Family members, because we actually want to have this community of investors. We want also our project to be a community of people that have higher levels and understand what investing is. So it's really nice to have our family members of the Action Family be a great part of this development.
We'll see what security says when the Action Family's partying.
We can make the parties at the pool.
Someone keep an eye out for security.
Yes, definitely. So, and because of that, because we have those units available, we've had a lot of people ask us, how can I get a sweeter deal? And this is the amazing part of the night. Not only are you able to still grab one of those 10 units in the first stage at the lowest price they're going to be, but you can also get a discount depending on how soon you make your payments. Some people tell me, Alba, what if I put half of the money? What if I put most of the money and I pay do I get a discount? So I've had the scenario come in and out. So this is what we have created for you guys, especially the investors at Action Family.
Exactly.
So
this is our new plan that we have available. So we have the 90%, meaning that
Okay, so there you go. Book a call. You'll be able to find out a bit more of the details. For third property management, if somebody, I know we can do it on our own if we want to. Third property management, would that be
Third party.
sorry, third party? Would that be permitted, or it's either one or the other?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
It says here, can we use a third property management company or third party?
Yes. Yes.
We can. Okay.
You could. It's optional. It is not mandatory.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So therefore, yeah, same with the cleaning, insurance, utilities, yeah, all those expenses, we can find out about that. Anything
Peak
else?
season, that's in the pro forma. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, someone asked about project delays. What are there any contingencies if there's project delays and that type of thing?
Yes, definitely. All projects that are in pre-development will have certain delays or non-expected issues that may come up. While we have already attributed a 20% of that time into our construction time and delivery time, we do have some special, like for example, COVID. What if something outbreaks again? What if we have a shortage of materials again? There's always that risk, but our contract does have clauses that I feel that are pretty reasonable. And once you come in and we start that process, we can go over everything.
And then Jessica was asking what amenities will be will be ready for phase 1.
So the amenities that will be ready for phase 1 is the mini market, the area of the gazebo, grill area, and play area for kids in that first stage.
Okay, and Sita's asking, can I get a copy of this presentation? Absolutely, Sita. Everyone will get it. And then the other question, is there occupancy closing and final closing or just final closing?
So, and let me see if I understand. So it kind of goes like this. First, you enter amazing. So if that is the case, then you get the best of the best.
Yes, and this is is exclusive for them for today for the Action Family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And keep in mind as well, is you can use your own registered funds, not to invest in Canada, but to invest, like if you're a US citizen, you can use your own registered funds to invest in Dominican Republic. And if you're a Canadian citizen, you can even use your registered funds to invest in a deal like this as well. So, and again, I can do introductions on that. If you're in the Action family, just ask. But yeah, that's definitely another way to do it as well, guys.
Well, it's a great way to get started investing in a different country while having that support through it as well, right? It's you're not going out going, all right, I'm going to randomly look online and randomly pick something. And, that's what I also liked about it, because that was our first time investing in Dominican. And it was, okay, well, I need a team there that I know, like, and trust, that I can count on, and that know how to do their due diligence, all those kind of things. So it just made my life as an investor a lot easier. That coupled with the support, we've talked many times what about this and how does this work, and you were always very accessible, which not only to us, but I know that many Action Family members or Investor Mel and Dave community members as well have purchased some in the past as well, and I've heard some great feedback too.
Yes, and it is an environment that you have to be careful. Like I said at the beginning, sometimes the deal sounds very sweet, but the materials are not the best quality, or they are very small. They're designed to be kind of a bedroom or a resort room. So you have to be very careful of the square footages, and you have to be very careful of the area as well. We've had, unfortunately, the experience of other fellow investors trying to dabble into this same industry. And one of the greatest things, and I don't think we said that at the beginning, we come from a Dominican heritage. And because we have been, we have the background, we know the people. I actually graduated of architecture and urbanism here. So I have, very close contacts and all that. So I know the system very well. But a lot of people try to come into Dominican Republic, and it does have a lot of great areas where some things are not regulated, and people take advantage of those that don't understand the laws. And one of the things that I always tell you guys first is do your numbers, do your due diligence, and look for your legal advice. Do not go by what anybody, even myself, tells you.
Agreed.
I see a question here from Marnie regarding raising funds inside the Action Family community, because we often do that inside the Action Family. Is it safe that there would be members that would want to pull funds? Of course, I can never promise that anybody will lend money to other people, as long as the deal makes sense and as long as you have your exit strategy, right? So it depends on what kind of interest and those kind of things.
Could be cool,
but yeah, could it be possibly? I know there is quite a bit of interest, but definitely go out there and book a call, and then once you have your numbers, if you want to present something to the family, absolutely, I encourage you to do so.
Yeah, I like the angle, Darren.
Yeah.
So
I've heard it before, so
Very creative.
Yeah, that's what we did it.
So two last questions to respect everyone's time. Brad had a question, are units furnished? And Bill asked, where'd it go? Did they say there was no more units left in phase one for rentals?
So there's only 10 units left on the first stage.
Okay, and I think
10 units.
And anyone can use those 10 units as rentals or however they please, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All units of the projects are Airbnb friendly. The project is Airbnb friendly. We would even have a concierge in each building that will allow the entrance and check in and check out your guests. So it is designed for Airbnb use.
Brad is asking about units. Are they furnished?
So the furnishing, that's very, we have packages that would come at a discounted additional cost. At the moment, we decided to go more with the saving on the cash for you guys, but usually we do have promotions on packages for furnishing or the air conditioning.
Appliances. Yes.
Appliances or air conditioning units. Furnishing like living room, beds, and things like that are not given within the package, but they are discounted if you would like to purchase them through.
So you could help if somebody's like, hey, I don't want to have to worry about picking a bed and all this. You could.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will have packages available. They're just at a discounted added cost.
Okay.
Because
And Barbara
you get a
is
better price.
okay. Barbara's asking a great question as well. Do I need to book a call to get the numbers, or is there a pamphlet with everything? I know we kind of looked at some things very quickly, but is that something that you're able to, I guess, send to them once they reach out to you?
Well, you guys want to take action right now. Like you want to go to that link that Mel has. I'm pretty sure that you guys have provided this for the Action family. You want to go there. It's going to give you a basic package, which is going to bring the pro forma. It's going to bring the brochure as well. Not as complete as this one, because again, remember guys, we have to sign these special. You will not see this like this offer in the screen in that package, because this is exclusively for you guys. So you want to take action today to get into the best deal.
Awesome. And thank you for doing that as well. We love our Action family. We love those who support us on social media as well. And you know, we said if we're gonna do this, I always like give an extra incentive for those who support our communities. So thank you for being generous and you know, being willing to offer, you know, something quite significant. I mean, these are not little numbers. So we appreciate that very much, and holding on to those 10 till we did this. So they appreciate that.
And if you're thinking, guys, you have questions, or you're like, oh, they didn't touch on this, or I wish I would have asked this, because the second you hang up on Zoom, you're going to have a couple of questions, right? Honestly, copy, paste, or click that link and schedule a call with Kathy and Alba and their team, and go more into your scenario, more your situation, and they'll be, again, they're there to help you guys. But honestly, we love the project. Again, do your due diligence. We love the project. That's why we bought 2 of them, right? And yeah, we
Dave's gonna hang up the phone and say, should we buy a third one?
I was thinking that going through. I'm like, phase 1's coming to an end here. I don't want
gosh.
Orlando happening all over again. I'm getting anyway.
And definitely, yes, we are available to actually have one-on-ones with you and kind of go through any doubts or any process, or even if you just want to reserve that unit and you don't know exactly, which unit is more convenient for you, for your budget, whatever it is, we'll guide you through it. So that's the amazing part of dealing with one-on-one investors. We know what you need, so we're here to help.
Love it.
Love it.
Awesome. And so thank you so much for the people that came here live. Those of you that are watching this on the replay, same thing. Hopefully the 10 didn't go already, but definitely book your call and talk with Kathy and Alba and the team at Canny Residence. Yeah, can't thank you enough. What an awesome presentation. You guys are so real, and I love that you're so down to earth with the project, and it's from, you know, from your home. So and I love that you guys are involved in it. And
well, we saw that from the beginning, and I saw the authenticity and the dedication and the not cutting the corners, and you know, these are all for myself personal check marks that I was like, yep, I love that. Oh, okay, you're not just doing whatever material, you know, you're just, everything was very, and I know with both your backgrounds, of course, and being from there, like it was just there was just so many great ways. So thank you so much for both of you. Thank you as well for all of you, this amazing community, great questions. I know we flew through some of them a little bit, but again, Kathy and Alba will be able to dive into those for those who are interested a little bit further. So thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing day.
Thank you very much for giving us
your time. Thank you, everyone.
See you at the other side. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye for now, guys. Kathy and Alba, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys giving us so much information. If you are interested, reach out to us. We're going to put the link below. Again, this is pretty cool. You might actually be vacationing at the same spot that Mel and I in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. For more episodes like this, click on the next one. I'm Dave, and thanks for watching.